Yo, what's up, y'all? Welcome back to UndergroundWellness.com. Today's question is from Victor. The subject headline is it really possible, Sean? Victor says, hey, man, so this may be kind of long, and I do apologize in advance. I'll give you guys the shortened version. As you saw in the subject, I want to know if it is really possible. Is it possible to live my dream? Furthermore, on it being possible, do you think luck has a major or a minor factor in success? I've been under the impression lately that luck is forged through strenuous work and extreme tenacity. In other words, never giving up. Scrolling down, he says, I'll sum this up. Here we go. My whole life has been brainwashing, just like everything else. Go to school, get a job, listen to inspirational tapes, and then not apply it. Advancing into a cubicle to make someone else's dreams flourish, then retire on a 401k, only to live till I die on only half of what I couldn't even live off of in the first place. And he goes on. He's talking about, something that I talk about fairly frequently, which is the 50-50-50 rule. And I learned this a few years ago when I joined a network marketing company, and somebody in my upline mentioned it. He says, a lot of people out there are working 50 hours a week for 50 years of their life to retire on 50% of the income that they couldn't even live off of in the first place, right? And, some people, they choose that path. They feel secure in that path. It's working for them right now. However, I've chosen to go a different route. And Victor, it sounds like you want to go a different route as well, but you want to know if it's possible. And more specifically, you want to know, how big of a factor is luck? And I will tell you, luck does play a factor. I mean, if you talk to most successful people out there in the world, they will tell you a story about their lucky break. They happened to be in the right place at the right time, met the right person, and after that, life just tended to explode for them. They became successful. Now, there's two mindsets to this. The more negative mindset, the more victim mindset will say, oh, successful people, they just get lucky. They didn't have to put in the work. I just have to wait for my chance to get lucky, and hey, it's probably not going to happen, and on and on and on. But the more positive mindset on that will go, even though this person got lucky, that luck didn't just come out of the ether. It didn't come out of nowhere. That person had to put in the work to put themselves in the position to get lucky. I can't think of a better story to tell or a better example than Akiva Goldsman. He's a screenwriter, and he tells his story in, you guys know my favorite movie, Finding Joe, which I've watched hundreds of times. And he told the story about when he sold his first screenplay. And it's a story about how he sent his screenplay off to his friend, who was an assistant to another agent, and it was on the desk. And another assistant came by and really liked the script. And so another agent came by, grabbed the script, and went to his boss and said, hey, such and such's agent, and he really liked this script, so maybe you should check it out. And then Akiva got a phone call, and he sold his first screenplay. But you would hear that, and you would think that Akiva sold the very first screenplay that he actually wrote, but that's not true. I want to give you the exact quote that he said in the movie because I think it's very relevant to this conversation. He says, so it seems like I sold the first screenplay I ever wrote, but the truth is, I kept writing until I got lucky. If I had stopped writing, I would have never gotten lucky. There was no luck coming to my house going, hey, here's a book deal. Hey, we want to buy that screenplay that you haven't written. You just keep doing it, and then eventually, you're likely to get lucky. And that's how Akiva sold his first screenplay. His screenplay was on the right desk at the right time with the right people in the room, and now he's gone on to write movies like A Beautiful Mind and I, Robot and I Am Legend. But like he said, he had to keep writing. So I come across a lot of people who've maybe put up 10 blog posts or 10 podcasts or 10 YouTube videos, and it hasn't caught on yet, so they quit. But you never know. It could have been a number 11. It could have been number 12. It could have been number 55. You just have to keep doing it, and then one day you'll get lucky. Somebody on Facebook with a huge following is going to stumble upon you and start sending your stuff out to their followers. And then it just starts to grow and grow and grow. And then one day in the future, someone says, how did you become successful? You'll tell your story about your hard work, and then you say, there's this one day when I caught my lucky break and everything just changed. And so thanks so much for the question, Victor. That was a really good one. If anybody else has a question for me, send it to yowhatsupsean@undergroundwellness.com. If you want to join the newsletter, go to yowhatsupyall.com. I'm out. Get lucky. Peace.